And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Today we're going to look at a little stock market game called Fear and Greed, or Fear and Greed. I don't know. It's a stock market game, and there's a lot of stock market games out there, so how is this one going to differentiate itself? Well, for one thing, it's a card game. Most stock market games are board games. There are card game versions, but this one has some unique things in it, including one of the worst rule books ever printed in any game ever. I don't know if that's unique or not. Seriously, folks, if you make a game, do not print your rules on cards, and if you do not, this game tried to be as succinct as possible, and to the point where they were abbreviating stuff, and it's like, what did they exactly mean? I had to use the card rules, looking at the internet, reading things. I mean, it took a long time just to figure out how to play the game. The game isn't really that difficult to play. I'm going to show you in a minute, but anyhow, so that's one negative thing. But is the game itself good once you understand how to play it? Let's look. In Fear and Greed, you have 8 different stocks that you can buy, and the stocks are named funny different names like We Don't Care, and Fly By Night, Piggy Bank, and 100% Fat, Frumpy Burgers, and Better Chemical Living, and such. And the card is turned over at the beginning of the game from the stock market, which tells you the initial price of all the stocks. And so I put the stocks in color order so that they would match this. Now, here's an interesting feature of the game. These cards are going to be turned over, and prices are going to go up and down. But the prices for the numbers are not the same. And I haven't done a complete study of all eight colors, but I did look at a few of them, and the distribution of numbers was different. So some stocks have more fluctuation, some stocks tend to go high, some tend to go low. It would have been good, I think, if that information was widely known, or they made a card that did that. The game comes with paper money, which you should know by now I hate, but whatever, it is what it is. And it also comes with a deck of cards. Now, at the beginning of the game, everyone's going to draw 2 of these cards, and that's all the cards you're going to get over the course of the game. These 2 cards are yours for when you're the stockbroker. At the beginning of the game, everyone's going to buy stock for the prices here, and these prices are in the thousands, so this would be, I'm sorry, they're not in the thousands, but you'll multiply them times 1,000, or 5 times 100 shares would be $500, 20 times 100 share would be $2,000. When you buy these stocks, you'll notice that the stock itself is just rotated to show how much of that stock you have. So you can have up to 400 shares of the different stocks. And so everyone will buy at the beginning of the game. And then the first round starts, and at the beginning of the round we turn over this card. And then the person who is the stockbroker for that turn will choose one of their 2 cards that they're going to play from their hand. And they'll play that card, and that card will either say sell or buy on it, which means it's a buying round or a selling round, and everybody must buy stock or must sell stock. It also, many of the cards will affect this very specific color. Like this one dropped the stock by $5 a share, and so instead of 15, all the orange ones are now worth 10, and players with the stock must sell all of the shares. This one here is a buy for the gray, and this raises the stock by 5, so it's 35, and players who own this stock must buy 100 shares. So you can go bankrupt in this game. It's possible, even if you sell out all your stock. Stock value can also go below 0, in which case everyone has to return it to the bank. But what's interesting is after everybody has been a stockbroker and played their card, then we go around and everyone plays the remaining card. You have no choice in the second round, and after that, the game is over, and whoever has the most money wins. Everybody will sell all their stock at the end of the game for whatever the prices are at that point in time, and whoever has the most money is the winner. Now, I'd be lying if I told you that Fear and Greed was universally popular, because it is not. It's a game that some people are going to like and some people are not going to like. One of the things that, I'm going to talk about the things people don't like, and I'm not talking about rules and paper money. Some people don't like the fact that they have 2 cards and they're kind of stuck with these over the course of the game. And you got to learn to work around that. Other people were upset, and this is something I didn't like, was the fact that the stock market fluctuates like crazy. Okay, that's fine, but you really had no idea how it was going to fluctuate. None at all. So there was really no strategy. You were just buying shares to buy them. So what we have to come to grips with is this. Fear and Greed is a stock market party game. There's not a lot of strategy involved in it. You're just playing to have fun. You're playing to see what happens in essence. You're buying stocks and hoping that they work out well for you. Maybe someone will write me and say, well, there's strategy, but I'm pretty sure that it's mostly just a game where it's supposed to be very lighthearted. I think with a better rule set and a better obviousness that is the case. This is a party. This is fun. I mean, the game can go. It doesn't tell you how many players go on the game, but after a certain amount, you need 2 boxes so that you have enough shares and enough money to go around to everybody. But you should make money in this game. You shouldn't go broke. It's possible. But I think you're not going to see super strategy, super long-term options. You're just playing cards and everyone laughs because the stock that you just bought 400 shares of just bombed. Or someone that gets all excited because the stock they just bought 400 shares of just went from $5 per share up to $35 a share. And that's a really huge deal. So people have a lot of fun in that regard. So you got to take it for what it is. It depends what you are looking for. If you're looking for something light, fun, stock market style card game, then this is it. If you're looking for something deeper, heavier, then this isn't it. This is definitely one that if you get a chance, I would try it before you buy it. Just because of the people that I played it with, the reactions were just all over the board. Some people hated it. Other people thought it was pretty good. And I'll tell you what, my opinion went from very low to much better as the games progressed. If I had only played it for my first game, I think I might have thrown it. But I sensed that there might be something else there. So after continual tries, it became better. I still don't know that I would pick it or recommend it myself, but I can see the appeal, again, in the party game zone.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.
Shut the door!
That's right. Shut it.
There.